Good evening. So I think we can start the class. All right. So we start the class. What we were discussing in the last class was we were talking about the group called the pteridophytes. What we have completed was the introductory part, and we were discussing about the classification. Right? Some of the important points about pteridophytes. Pteridophytes বুলি ক'লে কি মনত পৰে যে we are talking about the land plants. Right? First land plants. So first land plant যিহেতু vascular bundles থাকিব নাথাকে, obviously vascular bundles will be present, but completely developed vascular bundle is absent. Something from the xylem and something from the phloem is absent, right? So next we also discuss about the plant body of a pteridophyte. Plant body ki boli koy? Gametophyte ne sporophyte? Pteridophyte or
sporophyte.
The plant body is called as a sporophyte, right? And then it develops what? Spores. We have talked about spores. Spores bilak kuna loge lage. The ploidy is obviously N, and the statement that we need to remember is it is the first cell of the gametophytic generation. So plant body is a sporophyte. It will produce spores. Hey, spores bilak ki hobo dispersed hoy. It will fall on the soil, and then they will produce a gametophyte. And that gametophyte has a particular name, and it is called as a protellus. How is the or what is the shape of a protellus? Protellus actually it looks something like a heart-shaped structure. Right. Then we have talked about the types of leaves in case of the plant body. Right. In case of pteridophytes, we duta type of leaves dekha pao. Suru leaves or dangor leaves, right? Microphilous conditions or macrophilous conditions, right? Examples of certain pteridophytes like Lycopodium, Selachia, eblakor leaves suru, and so they have microphilous leaves. And if you're talking about the most common example of pteridophyte, that is fern, tahator ki thake dangor leaves, and so they are called as macrophilous. When we were discussing about leaves, we also talked about trophophils, sporophils. I think this is the part that is clear. Last part or portion clear hoise ne?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So we were doing classifications in case of pteridophytes, and what we have talked about is classification. Pteridophyte group is classified under 4 classes or into 4 classes. Out of that, 2 of the class discussions on those 2 classes we have completed. The first one was Psilopsida and the second one was Lycopsida. এই দুটা আমি কমপ্লিট কৰিছো, আজি আমি তাৰ পৰা কন্টিনিউ কৰিম। Psilopsida কি মনত আছে যে most primitive, no? Maximum all the members are extinct. অকল এটা member বা living fossil হিচাপে যোনটো পাই, we have talked about that. Important ইমান বেছি নহয় বুলি কলো, right? Next was Lycopsida. Lycopsida is important. The 2 best examples of Lycopsida, Lycopodium and Selaginella, right? So Lycopodium or kisman characteristics, Selaginella kisman characteristics we have talked about in previous classes. Today we'll talk about the next class. Oh, Lycopodium or Selaginella duta naam paribo na, club moss or spike moss. Very important. Resurrection plant is a term that we have used. And together with pteridophytes, when we are discussing, we have also talked about a word called as heterosporous condition or homosporous condition. Maximum of the pteridophytes ki hoy? Homosporous hoy, kintu kisuman heterosporous examples ase. And what are the examples? We have discussed in the last class. So, aji classification of pteridophytes of continue kore. I think you all have started writing the PDF, so we'll start it from the 3rd class, that is Sphenopsida. Please take out that PDF, right? Sphenopsida to information dia ase. So important points kini ami ki kom? Sphenopsida boli kole, they are also called as horsetails, right? It looks like the tail of a horse, and so it's called as a horsetail. That word is important. Next is all members of fossil except one example, that is Equisetum. So JTI Sphenopsida kotha koy, Equisetum is the only example that you need to remember. So Equisetum could also be called as a horsetail, right? Next is silica is present in the epidermis, and I think you'll remember we have discussed this point before also. Jedi leaves bilakot silica thake, because of that the leaves will become very porous. Kisuman se grass we have talked about, no? It is one grass gat lagile ki hoy, gat to kati jay. It's very sharp. The blades are very sharp, right? So leaves of silica present thake, tahator leaf blade bilak bahut sharp hoy. So in this case also Equisetum, what we see, silica is present, right, in the same leaves, and It is also responsible for forest fire. Forest fire information, while we were talking about lichens, we have discussed at that time, right? Eta specific lichen example কৈছিলো, who was responsible for causing the forest fire. মনত আছে নেকি? It was also called as old man's beard. শুনা মনত পৰিছে নাই?
Yes, ma'am.
Right? The name was Usmia. That is a lichen. So forest fire bilak under maximum conditions ki hoy naturally occur kore. So he fire to cause kore, fire to spread kore, right? So kisuman natural plants, kisuman tate thaka plants are also responsible. One being Usmia as a lichen we have already talked about. The other is Equisetum, right? So we can have on top bracket of ki likhi thotchu forest fire bilak. So next, Equisetum, homosporous ne heterosporous? It's a homosporous. Spanopsida part of pra important important khali duta word. First is the example, second is they are also called as horsetails, and third is silica present. In the point right? Next we come to the next one, Pteropsida. Out of the 4 classes, no, ami ki koisu the pteridophytes has been divided into 4 classes. Out of the 4 classes, maximum information you have to read about that last class, that is Pteropsida. Pteropsida, why is it called Pteropsida? Because in this class we see certain examples like Pteris, Bryopteris, etc. Right? A Pteris, Bryopteris is nothing but ferns, right? So this is our class of ferns, and so since ferns are included, we can very well say that out of the 4 classes, so what's the advanced class kuntu? It is obviously Pteropsida. Pteropsida is also called as the Filicophyta. So এই ক্লাছটোৰ ভিতৰত যোনবিলাক members থাকিব, সেই members বিলাকক আমি কি বুলি কম? They are called as ferns. That's the first point. Second point is, এইবিলাক points discuss কৰিমে, adult plant of fern বুলি আমি কেতিয়া consider কৰিম, right? Whenever we use the word fern, if we say that this particular plant is a fern, then obviously it should have certain fern-like characters. Kisuman specific characters থাকিলেহে আমি তাক fern কম. And what are the characteristics? Talking about the most common fern that we always see in our day-to-day lives, যোনটো আমি ঢেকীয়া খাওঁ, right? ঢেকীয়াটোতো সবেই দেখিছা নাই?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Right? If you are talking about very young leaves of that plant, একদম young ঢেকীয়াটো আৰু mature ঢেকীয়াটো অকণমান difference আছে। কেতিয়াবা দেখিছা নে bundle নে খালি আঞ্জাতে দেখিছা? কেতিয়াবা raw টো দেখিছা নাই? leaves খিনি দেখিছা নাই?
Ma'am, দেখিছো। Yes, ma'am.
দেখিছা? So তাতে দুটা type of leaf দেখিছা নাই? কিছুমান কি হয় একদম পুৰা leaves fully exposed, no, fully formed হয়, আৰু যোনবিলাক young condition থাকে তাৰ leaves বিলাকৰ এটা ওপৰত এটা coil type structure দেখা পোৱা নিব, something like this. young ঢেকীয়া বিলাকৰ কি হয় এনেকুৱা এটা coil থাকে, আৰু কিছুমানত কি থাকে যে you have the leaves, যেতিয়া তুমি bundle টো কিনি আনা, right, you have a collection of this one and this one, right? So actually this is a young leaf, right? A young leaf ultimately matured and then the coiling disappears. So what I want to say is, if we are to consider a plant as a fern, first characteristic ami ki sam, the young leaves bilakot coiling ase ne nai. The young leaves e coiling process to that characteristic talks about it as a fern. Is the point understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Coiling in young leaves, right? And we have a specific term for that, and that is called as circinate vernation. Right? Or coiling. So adult plant fern hobo lagile, first characteristic what we will see, the circinate vernation but coiling of the young leaves, second, that plant is a fern. Second is, in case of a fern, the leaves are horu leaves, dangor leaves, as compared to Lycopodium and Selaginella. Obviously, these are much bigger leaves, and so they always fall into the category of K. Microphilous and macrophilous.
Macrophilous.
It is the macrophylous or the megaphylous conditions, right? And in case of ferns, we don't use the word leaves. Instead, we use a word called as fronds. Leaves word to use nokori pelai ki ko from word to use. So first characteristic ami ki dekhilo circular information ki libo. Next, the leaves are big and they are called as fronds, right? The third characteristic is something about the stem, right? If a plant is a fern, তেতিয়াহ'লে তাহাঁতৰ stemটো কি হ'ব? It will be a rhizome. I think you have an idea of a rhizome. Rhizome বুলি ক'লে এটা example কোৱাচোন। আগতে পঢ়িছানো? Rhizome নাই পঢ়া জানো? Modification of stems in your lower classes. Form, rhizome. শুনিছানে নাই আগতে এইটো? Underground stem. Any example that you remember?
Ma'am, potato.
Ginger. Right? So ginger is an example of a rhizome. আমি যেটো আদা খাও ন হে আদাটোৰ নিচিনা যদি stem টো হয় হে stem টোক আমি কি কওঁ rhizome বুলি কওঁ. So in case of a fern, the stem is a rhizome. Okay? So it grows under the ground, right? আৰু it is something like this. আমাৰ যেটো আদা হয় আৰু আদাটো যে দেখা. So it's a rhizome, right? So এই তিনটা characteristics দেখা পালো. Next is the fourth character is the presence of certain hair-like structures, right? Ferns bilakor a specific characteristic is the presence of a hair-like structure that is called as ramenta. A ramenta to ami specifically ক'ত দেখা পাম in younger leaves. এটো young leaves ত কিছুমান আমি এনেকে hair-like structure. যদি ঢেকিয়াটো ভালকে চাইছা ন চাবাচোন ঢেকিয়াৰ যোনডাল আমি যোনখিনি পাৰ্ট খাওঁ ন এইখিনি গোটেইখিনি খাওঁ এইবিলাক portion অকমান hair like structures থাকে ইমান দীঘল obviously নহয়, right? So certain hair-like structures that is present in the young leaves and also in the stem, that is what is called as ramenta. So ultimately, what I want to say is, if you want to mention a plant as a fern, আমি কি characteristics or karone plant dalok fern বুলি কম. So these are certain characteristics. First আমি কি discuss কৰিলো that the most common characteristic we see is that foiling. Young leaves are foiling আছে নে নাই, right? Next, what about the leaves? The leaves are big and they are called as fronds. Third, presence of the hair-like structure that is called as ramenta. Fourth, the stem is a rhizome, right? Etutkeও এই তিনটা characteristics to বেশি important. And how is important? If you go in a priority basis, obviously this is the most important one and this one, right? So we are talking about the group that includes ferns. Out of the four groups or out of the four classes, the largest group of pteridophytes belongs to which class? It belongs to Pteropsida. It is commonly called as ferns. Most of the ferns are megaphylous, কিছুমান microphylous ও আছে, right? And these are called as fronds. Young leaves have circinate vernation. Is the point clear now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So সেইবিলাক points underline কৰিবা হা, very important. Multicellular hairs are present in the leaves and the young rhizome, and this hair is called as ramenta. So fern হ'ব লাগিলে ramenta দেখা পাবা. In case of a fern, আৰু কি কৈছে, there is no distinction or differentiation between a tropophyll and a sporophyll. Remember in the last class we have talked about these two terms. Pteridophytes bilakor leaf section to jodi ami discuss koru, we use two terms. One is called as a tropophyll and the other is called as a sporophyll. What do you remember about those two words? What is a tropophyll? What is a sporophyll?
Young stage of ferns or tropophyll থাকে আৰু adult mature stage of sporophyll থাকে.
অকমান confused হৈছা তুমি বস্তুটো. Nice that you have tried. What about the rest of the students? Anyone remember what is a trophophil and what is a sporophil? Not only in case of ferns, in pteridophytes as a whole. Last class of contents খিনি কোনো পঢ়া নাই নেকি নেকি? Is the concept clear or it's not clear? Please speak up. So you should always try, not necessarily you have to give the correct answer. Someone has just tried, no? She is much closer to the answer. কিন্তু try to কৰিছে, তোমালোকে try কৰিব পাৰা ন কি হ'ব maximum কি হ'ব? The answer might be wrong. Wrong হলেনো কি হ'ব? You are not going to get judged according to your answer. The okay, so and so spoke it get the correct answer, so he is a very intelligent guy. Arjune Kwanai is the most dull student of the class. Not like that. No? Okoman, you try to remember. আমি কি ক্লাসত পড়িছো আৰু যদি doubts আছে, you can always ask me. যে ma'am last class or 8 point মোৰ clear হোৱা নাই. Right? Okay. So I think you all remember, I mean, you all understood at the time and maybe you all forgot. আৰু যদি তোমালোকে পঢ়া নাই, it's time that you all study. Anyway, so trophophil and sporophil, what did I say? The vegetative leaf in a pteridophyte is called as a trophophil. The matured leaf or the reproductive leaf is called as a sporophil. Do you remember the sentence?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes? Okay. So trophophil কিছুমান pteridophytes কি থাকে? Sporophil আৰু trophophil দুটা separate types of leaves থাকে. For example, in Selaginella, right? We have drawn this diagram, right? So ইয়াতে তাহাঁতৰ main যোনবিলাক leaves দেখা পাওঁ, এইবিলাক leaves ক আমি কি বুলি কওঁ? Trophophils. Selaginella যোনটো cone form কৰে, এই কোনটো কিহেৰে ফৰ্ম কৰে? Nothing but aggregation of leaves. এই leaves খিনিক আমি কি বুলি কওঁ? Sporophils. Right? So pteridophytes, কিছুমান pteridophytes এনেকে trophophil আৰু sporophil বেলেগকে দেখা পাবা। কিন্তু in case of ferns, দুটা distinct type of leaves নাথাকে। যেতিয়া young they will have the vegetative leaves that is called as trophophil. As they get matured, the leaves started developing spores, and at that time the leaves are considered as sporophils. Is the concept clear?
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
right? So protective leaf, if you are talking about a fern like this, no? Suppose this is a fern. এটা যদি fern leaf হয়, যেতিয়ালৈকে spores develop নকৰে, গোটেইকেইটা leafকে আমি কি বুলি কম? Trophophil, right? And once the leaves started developing the spores, each and every leaf will develop the spore. এনেকুৱা নহয় যে অকল এটা leafহে develop কৰিব. Right? Once the leaf starts developing the spores, these leaves are no longer called as trophophils. Instead, they are called as sporophils. Clear, no?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So there is no difference between trophophil and sporophil. Every leaf forms spores, and at the time of reproduction, what we see, the spore formation in these types of leaves are sporophil. The next point is about homosporous ferns and heterosporous ferns. We are talking about a class called as Pteropsida. Pteropsida key include correct? Ferns include correct. Kenekwa dhৰণৰ ferns? Certain type of homosporous ferns and certain type of heterosporous ferns. So we have given certain examples. If you are talking about this type of a fern, that is an example of a homosporous. Heterosporous, so we have already given the examples in the last class, right? So homosporous ferns, for example, Pteris, Dryopteris, etc. Heterosporous, for example, this is Marsilia. So ekhini bostu kintu all the points that are given in the PDF, there is no such a point that you should omit. Gotei gita point e poribo lagibo. Karon okol important bostu kini he note dia ase. Right? From MCQ point of view, you have to read about each and every sentence. So example of a homosporous fern, example of a heterosporous fern. Next question could be succinate vernation is a characteristic of dash. Presence of muscles in the hair-like structure that is called as ramenta is a characteristic of, etc., etc. Right? So points will clear hoga. Next, in the next page, there are certain examples of ferns that are given. Okay, before that, heterosporous of key example is the Mercilia, and another point about fern, a specific characteristic is about the antherozoid. Antherozoid ki asile? What is antherozoid? Antherozoids or male gametes, right? Remember, we have talked about this next organ causes antheridium. Antheridium was the it had a jacket, and inside the jacket you see certain cells that give rise to male gametes that are called antherozoids or male gametes. In case of bryophytes, also we have talked about antherozoids. In case of pteridophytes, also we know it has an antheridium. Inside the antheridium, male gametes would be formed, and these gametes are called as antherozoids. In case of ferns, the antherozoids called the male gametes are multiflagellate. Why is this point important? Because if you remember what we said is, plant kingdom chapter 2 porha, you have to always compare the groups and then study. This is something that I have said in the first class itself. Right? So now what we are comparing is, we are comparing biophytes and the next group that is pteridophyte. As I said, biophytes are to male gametes asile, pteridophytes are to male gametes asile. What is the comparison? The comparison is the flagellate condition. In case of bryophytes, if you have gone through the notes or if you remember, it was the biflagellated male gamete. In case of ferns, we have multiflagellated male gamete. Is the point here?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Right? So, if you all are writing the note, or if you, I think you all are writing the PDF in your copy. Yes,
ma'am.
Right? So, jot a point to likhisa no, antherozoid multiflagellate boli jot likhisa, tar side ote likhi dia, in bryophytes, antherozoids dash edal di pelai likhiba biflagellate. Because next time you study, you'll be able to compare the two. Eneka hints pilak likhi thoba. Is the point clear? So bryophytes.
What you said to write?
I said that in near the point where you have written antherozoid multiflagellate, did you write the note?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, just next to that word multiflagellate, put a bracket and write, in bryophytes, antherozoids are biflagellate. So question ahead, male gametes in case of ferns, biflagellate, the multiflagellate. It is multiflagellate. But that does not mean in all pteridophytes the male gametes are multiflagellate. Specific examples জানিব লাগিব, right? So in ferns, the male gametes are multiflagellate. Clear? Next is some examples of ferns দিয়া আছে. Junবিলাক examples আছে, গোটেই কেইটা examples পঢ়িব লাগিব. Maximum question has been asked about the walking fern or adiantum. Pteridium, Dryopteris. এইবিলাকৰ এটা common name আছে. You need to remember the common name. Adiantum is also called the walking fern, or it is called as maiden hair fern. Right? This part is also important because when we will talk about gymnosperms, তাতে একটা example পাম that would be called as maiden hair tree. So question ahe, maiden hair tree ki bostu or maiden hair fern ki hoy? So maiden hair fern is nothing but adiantum. Adiantum is a fern, right? Adiantum is also called as a walking fern. That does not mean it keeps on walking. Obviously, plant hole walk koribo janu? No correct. Then why is it called as a walking fern? Second. It is called as a walking fern because the adiantum fern looks something like this. Something that's really only available live class of man dekhabole digari hoy, normal offline class moi dekhai dilu heten. It's something that you always see, right? So if this is radiant no, it's a fern. What happens is, as it grows, at a certain time, if it reaches the ground, from there, again, a new aerianthum plant will grow. Ako yare tiptu yat lakile ki hoy ako edal nutun aerianthum plant will grow. So main original plant to yat asile, and it seems as if from this plant they have gone to this way, and from here they have gone to this place. So ultimately, because of this, they are considered as walking fern. But that is not the case. Actually, whenever the tip touches the ground, at that point itself, a new fern develops. They grow by their tips. Is the point clear?
Ma'am, their conditions are similar to that of banyan tree.
Banyan tree, banyan tree, in that case, they have a special type of a root, right? They have a root that is called as prop roots. We'll be talking about banyan tree in the next chapter, that is morphology, right? So, if you're talking about that banyan tree, just to have an idea, if this is a banyan tree, they will have the stems, right? From the stems, a certain type of root develop, long roots. If this is a stem, any kind of roots develop, and roots can ground or touch, they will develop a new plant, right? It is the growth that occurs through a special type of roots that is called as a prop root. Into one way you can say similar, banyan tree also keeps on growing and occupies larger space. Aerianthum will also keep on growing and occupy by larger space. But this is through the tips and that is through the roots. Is the point clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, next, names of the forest. Nothing to explain, but you need to remember. What is a tree fern? Out of the examples, maximum question has been asked about point number 3 and point number 6. Aerianthum and Azolla. Azolla is an aquatic fern, right? It is the smallest pteridophyte and it is also used as a biofertilizer. So, so, up till here, what we have discussed was the general information about pteridophyte. Introduction, characteristics, and classification. Next part of the lesson, what you need to study is duta example of pteridophyte in details, right? What are the 2 examples? You have to talk about in details about a fern that is called as Dryopteris and about Selaginella. So Dryopteris details are পঢ়িব লাগিব, Selaginella details are পঢ়িব লাগিব. If we are going to talk about gymnosperms in the next class, we have to talk about 2 important examples, Cycas and Pinus. In case of pteridophytes, we need to talk in details about 2 examples, Dryopteris, that is a fern, and Selaginella. So the next part of the PDF talks about Dryopteris. Okay, please go to that page. Dryopteris ki hoy? It is nothing but a fern. If it is a fern, then obviously it will have the characteristics that we have discussed. Key characteristics: the stem is a rhizome, leaves are big and they are called as fronds. Ramenta present, multiflagellate male gamete. Next, young leaves show coiling. These are the common things that we have to write about Dryopteris. Is the point clear? Yate kiba confusion ase neki? Kwa? Clear, no? Okay. Next is, we come to the sporangium. Dryopteris বা ferns obviously spores produce correct. Spores produce correct in a sac that is called as sporangium. So sporangium bilak kot thakibo in the ventral side of the leaf. Eta leaf thakibo leafor ventral surface of spore containing organelle. We don't use the word organelle. Spore containing sac that is called sporangium that is present. Clear? So if this is the fern, right? So ventral side of ki thakibo tahator eta sac thakibo. A sac to kami ki boli kom? Sporangium. Inside the sporangium, ki thakibo? Spores. Right? Next, this sporangium will have a covering. Eta cell layer yak cover kori thoi die, and this covering is called as indusium. Is the point clear? Sporangium is present on the ventral surface of the leaf, and they are covered by a membranous covering that is called as indusium. So, question hai, indusium is a characteristic of ferns. Indusium ki hoy? A protective covering of the sporangium. In maximum ferns, you will see indusium, but we have something called as false indusium also. Right? So question I have, false indusium is present in adiantum. Adiantum ki asile? Walking fern. Now, in case of adiantum or jintu ami leaf akisilo, no? Something like this. In case of adiantum, they will also develop spores, right? Spores will develop inside the sporangium, but they will not have a specific covering that is called as indusium. Instead, after leafor jintu margin hoy, no? Jintu leaf margin hoy, a margin to curve hoy palai, ki kore? They will cover it. Are you understanding the point? If suppose this is a leaf of the adiantum, and here they are developing the spores, so this leaf or the margin of the leaf will bend and cover the sporangium. This is what is called as false indusium. Is the concept indusium and false indusium clear?
Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Everyone?
Can you explain again?
Yeah. Okay. In case of ferns, sporangium thakibo. Sporangium ko thakibo, leaves thakibo. ঠিক আছে? So farnor jodi etu leaf hoy, ei leaf tut eta spore sac thakibo. Ei spore tok ami ki boli kom? Sporangium. Right? Ei sporangium or bhitorot ki thakibo? Spores bilak thakibo. Right? And ferns or sporangium or extra covering thake. Right? And this covering is called as, is this part clear? Ekinoke clear hoise na nai?
Yes, ma'am.
Right? Now, indusium is clear. Now we come to the word called as false indusium. Right? What is false indusium? False indusium could also be talked about it as false covering. Indusium ki hoy? Nothing but the covering. Right? False indusium, false covering. Just a way to understand.
Okay.
Is
Yes,
it clear?
ma'am. Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
So we are talking about false indusium present in adiantum, right? It is a fern. So in case of adiantum, the leaves look like this. Suppose this is another leaf. Right? So leaves bilakot ki thakibo? They will have sporangium. Inside the sporangium, they will have spores. Right? Etu ki hoy? Sporangium. Right? Inside the sporangium ki thakibo? Spores. Indusium is absent. Kintu, instead of a proper distinct covering, what happens is when the sporangium are formed, at that time the margin of the leaf curve or bend to give a covering to the sporangium. What I was saying is, if you compare this page as the leaf of the adiantum, yate jetia spores develop koribo, tahator to indusium nai, covering nai. So ki kore? Etu jodi leaf hoy, leafor margin to eneke bend hoi jabo. Bend hoi pelai sporangium to cover koribo. So this is called as false indusium. Is the concept here?
Yes, ma'am.
Right? So the question that is asked is, false indusium is present in. False indusium is present in adiantum. Second question, indusium is a characteristic of. Indusium is a characteristic of ferns. Right? Next, we were talking about the leaf and the sporangia. Inside the sporangia, ki thakibo? Spores thakibo. So, eto apne leaf. Sporangia thakibo. Sporangia without spores thakibo. After the sporangia gets matured and the spores get matured, spores bilak dispersed hoi jabo. Spores bilak kot poribo? Ground. And in the ground, what happens? The spore will form. Ki form koribo?
Gametophyte.
Gametophyte. Very good. And the other name for the gametophyte is?
Prothallus.
Prothallus. Concept clear? So the spore germinate to form a heart-shaped structure that is called as prothallus. So spore thakibo, spore will germinate kori pelai enukwa eta structure form koribo. Etuk ami ki buli koiso? Prothallus. Clear? Now, we have talked about it in the last class also. As far as the sex organs are concerned, sex organs kita ami kot pam? Sporophyte pam, gametophyte pam. It is always present in the gametophyte. Now, this spore developed into the gametophyte, and in this gametophyte itself, you will see the sex organs. And what are the sex organs we are talking about? The antheridium and the archegonium. Now, the next point tells us the A structure code antheridium code pam or archegonium code pam. The prothallus has both antheridium and archegonia. Our antheridium code ase and archegonium code ase. So, A prothallus in case of ferns, okay, we have to compare it with the next example that we are going to discuss, that is Selaginella. As of now, ferns are we have the spore. Sporadic prothallus. This prothallus, this structure is divided into two regions. A upper region kine, ami ki boli koiso? Apical cushion area. আর যোনখিনি জায়গাৰ পৰা rhizoids form কৰিব, কাৰণ rhizoids to লাগিবই, কাৰণ prothallus to ক'ত grow কৰিছে? Groundত grow কৰিছে, so they should have the root-like structure for absorption. So যোনখিনিৰ পৰা rhizoids develop কৰিছে, এইখিনি আমাক কি বুলি কৈছে? Rhizoidal area. Is the point clear? Spore will form prothallus. Prothallus is divided into two areas. The upper portion is called as apical cushion, and this area is called as rhizoidal area. Etia archegonia kot thakibo, antheridium kot thakibo. Antheridium bilak in the rhizoidal area thakibo. Archegonia bilak in the apical cushion thakibo. Is the point clear? Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Please speak up. If you don't have any doubts, there's no point of wasting time. And this, the concept would be more clear by the next diagram. Let's go through the PDF and see the diagram. The diagram is about a fern, sporophyte to acid, sporophyte of key acid, sporangium. Sporangium or pora, key spores. Spores germinate into a heart-shaped structure that is called as prothallus. In the prothallus, what you see is the sex organ. The female sex organ in the apical cushion area. The antheridium or the male sex organ in the rhizoidal area. Here?
Yes, ma'am.
This antheridium will develop the male gametes, and in the archegonium, you will see the egg or the female gamete. Ultimately, the egg and the male gamete will fuse together. Next diagram to swap. Fuse together, they will form the zygote. The zygote will form the embryo. The embryo will develop into a new sporophyte. Is the diagram clear? Before going to the next part, it's important that you clear off your doubts. And if you don't have any doubts, please say. No point of listening.
Ma'am, annulus part to ever bujai dibo niki?
Annulus part 2, no? So, to me, we have discussed a moss capsule. Bryophytes moss capsule discuss korisilo, monot ase?
Yes, ma'am.
Something like this. Remember?
Yes, ma'am.
Right? এইখিনি জেগাতে এনেকুৱা দুটা বস্তু আঁকিছিলো তাক আমি কি কৈছিলো annulus. So what is the annulus? That area through which the spores comes out from the sporangium or the capsule. Spores kot thake. In case of a bryophyte, it is inside a capsule. In case of a pteridophyte, it's inside this sporangium. Right? So sporangium or spores ase. Kunkhini jegar pora spores bilak ulai ahibo, it is that part is called as annulus. Is the point clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Any more questions for the diagram? Okay, now what is important? Important points bilak mark koriba. Diagram to clear hoise no? Fertilization hobo, fertilization hole zygote form koribo, zygote embryo form koribo, embryo eta again goes back into a new sporophyte. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. Now come to the writing part. Writing part of key question ahe swa. Antheridium. Where will you find the antheridium? Where will you find the archegonium? First property, all the points are important. Indusium, as I have already discussed, that is important. Antheridium, archegonium, specifically the prothallus of kuntu part of antheridium paba, kuntu part of archegonium paba in case of fern. Next, what is important is male gametes in case of ferns are multiflagellate, or biflagellate. It is always multiflagellate. These points, no, look very simple at this moment, but it's very easily that we forget. So you please pay interest and then study this point. What I compare koriba, bryophytes biflagellate, ferns multiflagellate. Next, that part is important. The next point is also important. Talking about the antheridium in case of fern has a 3-celled jacket. So bryophytes, pteridophytes. Bryophytes are to antheridium paisa, pteridophytes are to antheridium paisa. Bryophytes are to antheridium of ki asile? Jacket. Asile nai?
Yes, ma'am.
Right? In case of pteridophyte also, you will see jacket. But in case of bryophyte, jacket, multi-celled, bahut bilak cells. In case of pteridophyte, jacket, especially in case of ferns. In ferns, the jacket is clear.
Yes, ma'am.
Right? So side moi jeneke diagram bor akisu teneke okoman ke aki jaba. Jate neki next time revision to easy hoi jai. Okay? So question ahe, 3-celled jacket is found in the antheridium of ferns, pteridophytes puli ahibo pare, ferns puli ahibo pare, ne bryophytes. It is found in pteridophytes, and to be specific, it is found in ferns. Next, antheridium has a 3-cell jacket and about 32 sperm mother cells. So etu jodi antheridium hoy, egita jodi jacket hoy, ei yar major cells bilak jun bilake neki male gametes form koribo, ami ki boli kom? Is it clear? Right? So around 32 sperm mother cells thakbo, and sperm mother cells bilake ki form koribo? Male gametes form koribo. Male gametes bilak kenekwa hobo? Multiflagellate hobo. Right? So that point about antheridium is important. Next, you have to compare archegonium. First point, antheridium, archegonium present both in bryophytes and pteridophytes. In case of bryophyte, jacket present. In case of pteridophytes, especially in ferns, also jacket is present. In case of bryophyte, the jacket is multi-cell. In case of ferns, the jacket is three-cell. Next, coming about archegonium. In case of bryophytes and in case of pteridophytes. In case of bryophytes, archegonium enigma asile. In case of pteridophytes, inverted asile. Right? In case of bryophytes, this neck canal cells asile. In case of pteridophyte, or especially in case of ferns, not as a whole. Because in case of ferns, tato neck canal cell thakibo. Next is, this was called as VCC and this was the egg. In this case also, this is called as ventral canal cell and this is called as the egg. Now we compare this one, right? Upright, inverted. Second, the neck canal cells, in case of bryophytes, more, around 6 to 10, 6 to 14 we have discussed. In case of ferns, the neck canal cell, is the point understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Right? So that point is also important. কেইটা থাকে pteridophytes এটা মানে কি হয় gradually কি হব archegonium বা Anthridium structure to নাইকিয়া হৈ যাব লাগিব ন it started from bryophytes Anthridium to algae to asile archegonium bryophytes পৰা আৰম্ভ হৈছিলে so এই দুটা structure in the time of evolution once we are talking about angiosperms বিলাকত Anthridium আৰু archegonium নাথাকে so all of a sudden যিকোনো এটা structure form কৰিব নোৱাৰে disappear কৰিব নোৱাৰে it is a gradual process so bryophytes of well developed পুৰা একদম neck sac দেখিলো neck canal cells বহুত আছিলে gradually pteridophyte neck canal cells এটা হল in the next group archegonium নাথাকিব right so this is the way the progress or the evolution goes on is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so we have talked about the important points of Dryopteris. I want to repeat again. What is important from this pteridophyte plant? Ferns is very important. Okay, ferns পঢ়িলে কি পঢ়িবা? Characteristic that defines a fern. কোনকিটা characteristic থাকিলে fern বুলি কম। আৰু specific point গিটা. Apart from stem, leaves, সেইবিলাকটো আমি কলোৱে, tertiary varnishing, etc. You have to take interest archegonium or special characteristic to Anthridium or special characteristic to or Anthozoid or special characteristic biflagellate in case of fern I will not use the word biflagellate in case of pteridophytes there's a difference male gamete in case of pteridophyte multiflagellate boli kobo nwara in case of fern it is multiflagellate the next example ami jontu porim you will see a difference is everything clear about ferns
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. As I said, we have to talk about two examples in details. One is the fern and the other is Selaginella. Some of the points of Selaginella we have already covered in our last class. Kisuman points, Jene, Selaginella is an example of homosporous, heterosporous pteridophyte. It is an example of a heterosporous pteridophyte. Second, in case of Selaginella, what type of a leaf that you see? Microphyllous? Megaphyllous. It is always microphyllous or small leaves. Third condition, in case of Selaginella, can you see a cone which is also called as a strobili? The cone is equal to strobili, the spin name, strobili or strobilas. So can you see a cone in Selaginella? Yes, we can see a cone in Selaginella. Can you see a cone in ferns? No, we cannot see a cone in ferns. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Apart from that, some of the points that are given in the PDF, very important. The plant body is evergreen sporophyte. We understand. It can be erect or prostrate. Erect or prostrate. Kisuman Selaginella species erect. Kisuman Selaginella species prostrate. There are certain examples. Selaginella selaginoid or Selaginella hussiana. These microphyllous and ligulate. Question, that word is very important. Question kya hai? Give an example of a plant having ligulate leaves. Ligulate leaves. Ligulate leaves. What is a ligule? ligule tongue shape structure. So junto selaginella leaves যদি suppose this one tar base eta horu eneke tongue shape structure থাকে আমি selaginella keneke akisulu we have drawn it something like this right so etu leaf tolor eta horu eneke etu horu eneke etu eneke so this is the ligule this is the leaf. So, ligulate leaf. If the leaf has a ligule, it is called as a ligulate. What is a ligule? It is a tongue-shaped structure. What is the function of a ligule? A ligule is a secretory organ. It secretes water. So, leaf bilakot jetia sporangia bilak form koribo, ei sporangia bilak so that it does not get dry, right? So, this ligule will secrete water and ultimately keep the sporangia moist and surviving. Besi dry hoi gole sporangia bilak ki hobo ba spores bilak mori jabo. So, the water kini kune provide koribo during dry condition. It is the ligule that will secrete the water and then help in the protection of the sporangia. Is the point here?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, example of a ligulate leaf is Selaginella. Later, we are going to study more examples. As of now, we do want to mark kori rakhiba. Next, in case of leaves, we have talked about microphyllus and ligule. Etia roots of we have something called as, again, coming back to the diagram, Selaginella. This is the diagram. Eta kon thakibo, right? And they will have leaves. And obviously, the leaves will have ligule, iman specifically atanayaru. Right? So, leaf portion we have discussed. Now, coming to the roots. In case of Selaginella, roots for develop. Ekhini jega to same hoy. This is the same, right? So, this part is obviously the same. Etu ki hoy? Stem. Etu ki hoy? Leaf. So, roots for develop koribo. Are you understanding the question? So, in case of Selaginella, what they have is, they develop a long elongated structure from the stem and at the tip of this structure, they will form the roots. Roots kini directly a stem dalote grow nokore. Enekoi dighol ke eta structure develop kore at tat he ki form koribo roots form koribo. So this part, are you understanding?
Yes, ma'am.
It is called as rhizophore. So the roots does not develop in the stem directly. Instead, it develops in a special structure that is called as a rhizophore. At the tip of the rhizophore, what you will see is the roots, right? Our A structure took amak ba rhizophore of organ sui generis. So this is again important. Organ sui generis means what? It is a structure that has certain stem-like characteristics and root-like characteristics. So, enequata organ, junto niki stemo hoy, roots hoy. A duita characteristic ase, that type of organ is called as organ sui generis. Question ahe, organ sui generis is a characteristic of Selaginella. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am.
Okay. Next, coming to the development of the gametophyte. We know Selaginella is an example of a heterosporous pteridophyte. So, whenever we use the word heterosporous, what we understand, that tahator junto cone ase no, Selaginella cone to. Remember, we have drawn it in the last class. So, it will develop two types of spores. Some spores would be big and some spores would be small. The small spores would be called as microspores. The big spores would be called as megaspores. Ekini monot ase na last class je ami eta cone LS kori pelai dekhai disilu.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So the cone will have two types of spores. So it is called as heterosporous. The smaller spores will develop into the male gametophyte. The larger spores will develop into the female gametophyte. So ultimately, Anthridium kot thakibo, male gametophyte thakibo, aru Archegonium kot thakibo, female gametophyte thakibo. So next is microspores will give rise to male gametophyte. Just go to the next page. Yate kuntu point important. The male gametophyte in case of Selaginella is a 13-celled structure. आपको question है 13-celled male gametophyte को देखा हुआ in case of Selaginella. Or the question could be asked as male gametophyte in Selaginella is made of how many cells? It is made of 13 cells. And 13 cells, so we have 1 prothelial cell, 8 jacket cells, are 4 androgonal cells, right? I think the diagram is given. Okay. So you have the cone, right? Conorami we have talked about, right? Ekine microscopic kosilu aru ekine mega, right? Microspore ki form koribo male gametophyte, right? Male gametophyte is a 13-cell structure, right? So total cells kiman thakibo 13. Tar bhitor jacket cells kiman thakibo? Jacket thakibo yate. So jacket cells keita thakibo 8. অলপ আগতে আমি যেটা Dryopteris পঢ়িছিলো, Dryopteris or Enchiridium we have talked about, or male gametophyte we have talked about. In case of Dryopteris, jacket is made up of how many cells? It is made up of 3 cells. In case of Selaginella, the male gametophyte or jacket is made up of how many cells? It is made up of 8 cells. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Next, in case of Selaginella, spore mother cells kiman endocyte mother cells kiman asile 32. In case of Selaginella, in case of Dryopteris it was 32. In case of Selaginella keta ase 4. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Ultimately what they will form is the male gametophyte will form the male gametes, and in case of pteridophytes, male gamete what we use nokori pelai, we call them as sperms. Eketai bostu. Is the point clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Right? So sperms or tolop ki likha ase biflagellate. So in case of pteridophyte, biflagellate male gamete is found in Selaginella. In case of pteridophyte, multiflagellate male gamete is found in ferns. If you want, bracketot likhi thoi dibo pare. In ferns, the sperms are multiflagellate. If you want to write, you can write it down. Next point is about megasporangium. Obviously, the megasporangium would form the megaspore for the female gametophyte. Female gametophyte or ki thakibo? Juntu ami so duta type of spore thake. Horu spore male gametophyte form korile, dangor spore female gametophyte form korile. Female gametophyte, if suppose this is large spore ki form korile female gametophyte. Female gametophyte maybe it's a structure like this. A structure to duta area thakibo. So you have to remember Selaginella is a heterosporous pteridophyte. So if it is heterosporous, male sex organ ko thakibo male gametophyte beleke, female sex organ ko thakibo female gametophyte, and both of them are independent structures. Olop agote jintu ami diagram akhisilu, that was about Dryopteris. That is an example of homosporous condition. Hey karone Enchiridium aru Archegonium ekta gametophyte ote present asile. In the Selaginella, since it is heterosporous, male gametophyte or Enchiridium thakibo, female gametophyte or Archegonium thakibo. Is the point here?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So in case of Selaginella, if you are talking about the female gametophyte, obviously only Archegonium would be present. Female gametophyte, in case of Selaginella, has been divided into two regions, right? Upper region, the same name. I mean, ferns to by the term to apical region, right? So, upper portion to apical region বুলি কয়, তলৰ খিনি storage region বুলি কয়. So, in case of Selaginella, the female gamete is divided into two sections, the apical cushion and the storage area, right? আৰু তাহাঁতৰ মাজত যোনটো a layer of cells আছে, তাক আমি diaphragm বুলি কওঁ. The layer that differentiates the two regions. Now, since this is a female gametophyte, so obviously archegonia should be present. Archegonia could present hobo. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Next point. In the archegonia, what you will see, the most important is obviously egg. Archegonia is the important cell key, egg, right? After fertilization, the male gamete fuses with the female gamete to form the zygote. Zygote to what form? The question is, where will the zygote be formed? The zygote will be formed in the apical cushion area. Kyo karne? Apical region or apical region or to zygote could form apical region or is the point clear?
Ma'am, can you repeat it again?
Yeah. The point is, we are talking about the female gametophyte in case of Selaginella. Okay. So if we are talking about the female gametophyte, then the female gametophyte contains what? Archegonia. Archegonia, the female gametophyte will contain the sex organ, and inside the sex organ, Selaginella ki thakibo je heterosporous, so megaspore ki form koribo female gametophyte. Female gametophyte ki thakibo the female sex organ, which is called as ki archegonia. Inside the archegonia ki thakibo egg, which is also called as the female gamete. Ekelokhe clear hoise ne nai?
Yes, ma'am.
Right?
Yes, ma'am.
Now and where can you see this structure? What I said, the female gametophyte in Selaginella looks something like this. It has two regions. It is storage region বুলি কওঁ, এইখিনি ওপৰৰ জেগাখিনি আমি কি বুলি কৈছো apical cushion region. Archegonia ক'ত থাকিব? ইয়াত থাকিব. My question was, in case of this structure, তাতে কি আছে? Egg to আছে, তাত fertilization হ'ব. Fertilization will be formed by zygote. The question is, where will the zygote be formed? The zygote would be formed in the apical region. Correct or false?
Correct.
Correct.
It's correct because the egg is here. If the egg is in the apical cushion, after fertilization, কি form koribo? Zygote. Zygote কি form koribo? Embryo. So the next question, embryo to what form koribo? In the apical cushion region. Here.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, one important thing about embryo formation. So, right? This is suppose the storage region. Yate ami ki palu? Zygote. Zygote ki hoy? Single celled. Right? Zygote ki form koribo? Embryo form koribo. What is embryo? A collection of cells. The zygote is a single cell that has twice n ploidy. This cell undergoes mitosis, forms a collection of cells, and that collection is called as embryo. Any concept to ami jano? Jano na jano?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
But in Selaginella, you see a special thing. What is the special thing? You have to see. In case of this, zygote is a single cell. Next step, etu jodi zygote hoy, next step, this single cell will divide into two cells. Clear? And mitosis hobo lagibo no? Duta cell hobo, dutar pa sarita hobo, etc. etc. Kinte cell agenila eta special bostu dekha pao. Right? So this single cell will divide into two cells. Tar bhitorot this cell will form the embryo. This cell will form a collection of cells that is called as suspensor. And ultimately ki hobo? Zygote to jodi innate form, and next structure to it will be something like this. The next structure to it will be something like this. Enukwa long row of cells form koribo. Etuk ami ki boli kom? Suspensor. Ar tar tolot he eta collection of cells ba round structure eta form korile. This is what is called as the embryo. Is the concept clear? Coming back to this, if this is the female gametophyte, this is the apical cushion region, this is the storage region. Egg coat asile apical cushion. After fertilization, zygote coat form korise apical cushion. Zygote is a single cell. Zygote gets divided into two cells. So ultimately ki hobo? Duta cell divide koribo. Lower cell to ki form koribo? Embryo. Upper cell to a chain of cells form koribo, that is called as the suspensor. So you will see a structure like this in this portion. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Center and embryo
Yeah.
both are multicellular only.
Yeah. Yeah. But this will be a linear structure, this will be a round structure.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Clear? Okay. Now look into this diagram. This was the female gametophyte. Now we know in this structure the egg was present, the zygote got formed, and the zygote ultimately developed like this. So yate a apical cushion region. Can you see this part of the board?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So in this region, ami ki dekha palu? At a round structure, juntok niki ami embryo buli koisu, right? Ar tar uporte eta row of cells junkinik ami suspensor buli koisu. Is the point clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now coming to what is the function of a suspensor? It is a structure that kiho kind form korile. In normal cases, when we talk about fertilization in case of angiosperm, by iman dine jimanbo ami fertilization kori asiso. We have talked about male gamete into female gamete fused together to form the zygote. Zygote undergoes mitosis and ultimately forms the embryo. Means what? Zygote is one cell. A cell ke divide kori ultimately ki kore embryo form kore. But in case of cell agenilla, listen to the line carefully. The entire zygote does not form the embryo. Is the statement understood?
Yes,
The entire zygote does not form the embryo because we know zygote ki asle eta cell. A cell to embryo he to suspensor form korise, right? So if our embryo is formed from the entire contents of the zygote, it is called as holoblastic embryo development. Holoblastic embryo development. Didi okol eta part of the zygote forms the embryo. It is called as meroblastic embryo development. Duta word holoblastic, meroblastic. Embryo duta dhorone form koribo pare. If the entire zygote forms the embryo, it is called as holoblastic. If only one part of the zygote forms the embryo, it is called as meroblastic. The question that is asked is, in Selaginella, what is the type of embryo development that we see? It is meroblastic. In case of ferns, What is the type of embryo development? This is holoblastic. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. It is a word clear hole. So celaginea holoblastic. Now coming to what is the function of the suspensor? In fact, as a digolia structure form korite, what is the function? Coming to this diagram, female gametophyte তলৰ region কি বুলি কৈছিলো storage region. Storage of what? Storage of nutrients, right? We know the developing embryo to porai ki form korbo. The baby plant will get formed, and that baby plant needs food, and that embryo to develop also needs food. Food kopra pabo from the storage region. First point, embryo code form korise apical cushion region or food to coat ase storage region or. So what is the work of the suspensor? The suspensor exerts a force to the embryo and pushes the embryo into this tissues so that it can take the food. Is the point clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Embryo ডাঙৰ হ'ব লাগিলে খোৱা বস্তু লাগিব খোৱা বস্তু ক'ত আছে storage regionত আছে so storage regionত ঠেলি কোনে দিব suspensor টোৱে দিব that is the function of the suspensor. Clear, no?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So we have talked about the terms. Next is, I think the diagram is also clear. Look into the diagram. Celaginellar into diagram diya ase. Swa, buji paisan nai. Cone or strawberry, the microspore giving rise to the male gametophyte, megaspore giving rise to the female gametophyte. Male gametophyte or male gametes fuses to the egg and ultimately they form a structure called as oospore. Eta word dekhisa no oospore boli likha ase.
Yes, ma'am.
Can you see? Yeah. So what is the oospore? Bracket of likhi thoi diya zygote. The other name of the zygote is oospore. Right? Pisoto etu upor questions aaye, so don't get confused by the term. What is the oospore? It is nothing but the zygote. Right? So the zygote will form that suspensor cell and the embryo will ultimately develop into a sporophyte. So this is all about the life cycle of Celaginella. Duta life cycle পঢ়িছে এটা হল fern আৰু এটা হল Celaginella. How will you study? You will always study in a comparative way. What you do after the class is over, when you sit down to study this chapter, এখন page লৈ পেলাই Diopteris আৰু Celaginella chart এখন বনাবা. During point of difference আছে male gametes কেনেকুৱা antheridium কেনেকুৱা jacket কেটা আছে archegonia neck কেটা আছে difference আৰু similarity এখন chart বনাই লবা. That would be a type of a homework and revision also. Is that okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Right?
Yes, ma'am.
So please do it, okay? Don't just blindly go on reading this note, right? So অকমান নিজৰ ফালৰ পৰা কৰিবা. Important points that now already I think you remember I have asked you to develop a habit of writing short notes, right? All the important points you write it down in a separate page, right? So this is also one thing. Diopteris, Celaginella compare koriba, bryophytes, pteridophytes compare koriba, make your short notes. And the important points are concerned, I have already mentioned it in the class. Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So this was about Celaginella. Now we come to the last part of the PDF. That is, we have to talk about certain points. Diagram to follow points section of it. Point number 1 is we have two words that is called as leptosporangiate or eusporangiate. To be edita point to pohiswa. If you understood or you did not understand. If the sporangium is formed from a single superficial cell, eta cell or sporangium form korise, that type of a development is called as leptosporangiate. If the sporangium is formed from a group of cells, it is called as eusporangiate. Clear? Sporangium is something that you can see in ferns. You can see in case of Selaginella also, right? So যেহেতু spores আছে তো spores বিলাক ক'ত থাকিব sporangiumৰ ভিতৰতে থাকিব এই sporangium কেনেকৈ ডেভেলপ কৰিছে এটা সেলৰ পৰা ডেভেলপ কৰিছে নে গ্ৰুপ অফ সেলছৰ পৰা ডেভেলপ কৰিছে accordingly leptosporangiate use sporangia question ahe in case of Selaginella the type of sporangia development is use sporangiate ne leptosporangiate it is use sporangiate in case of ferns like pteris dryopteris etc it is leptosporangiate clear
Yes, ma'am.
okay so examples are important the terms are important point number 1 point number 2 is development of the embryo when we talk about development of sporangia development of embryo development of sporangia er duta words leptosporangiate use sporangiate development of embryo er duta word we have already explained this holoblastic and meroblastic meroblastic what is the difference if the entire zygote forms the embryo that is called as holoblastic if only a part of the zygote forms the embryo, it is called as meroblastic. Holoblastic embryo development is seen in, meroblastic embryo development is seen in. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Next is the third point. Selaginella and Sylvinia. This point is important. So, listen to it and then we'll read the line. So, we are talking about the plant kingdom and in the plant kingdom we have different plants according to the evolution we have arranged them right starting from algae and ultimately it ends in angiosperms talking about the formation of seeds আমি ক'ত দেখা পাওঁ প্ৰত্যেকটো গ্ৰুপত দেখা পাওঁ নে there is a specific group
Specific.
there is a specific group and whenever we talk about seed bearing plants we use a word that is called as spermatophytes কি হয় the group of plants that have seeds and কাৰ seeds আছে gymnosperms আৰু angiosperms prior to gymnosperms কোনো plant of seed নাছিলে algae seed নাই bryophyte seed নাই pteridophyte seed নাই now gymnosperms the seed develop korile angiosperms the seed develop korile as we have already discussed all of a sudden to develop koribo noare gradual evolution of develop korise understood
Yes, ma'am.
okay the next point is so when we are talking about this evolution no gymnosperm the seed develop korise so his seed happen to starting point is tar agor group 2 pteridophytes onwards কিবা কিবি change হৈ পেলাই ultimately gymnosperms আৰু angiosperms আমি seed habit দেখা this is what this point tells us that pteridophytes or দুটা example talks about the initiation of seed habit question to the ahead is seed present in pteridophyte no kintu question to the ahead seed habit started in which group of plants seed habit is seen being started in pteridophytes and specifically in which plant Selaginella and Sylvinia clear
Yes, ma'am.
okay
Yes, ma'am.
next is in order to form a seed if a plant has to develop a seed কিছুমান characteristics থাকিব লাগিব না লাগে
Yes, ma'am.
right so what is the main characteristic for a plant to develop a seed the main characteristic is if a plant has to develop a seed then the female gametophyte needs to remain along with the plant body female gametophyte to plant body পৰা detached হৈ পেলাই মাটিত develop কৰিব নোৱাৰিব female gametophyte develop কৰিব লাগিব main parent body main mother plant ote female gametophyte to retain হৈ থাকিব লাগিব is the statement clear pteridophytes plant body কি আছিল sporophyte sporophyte কি form কৰিছিল gametophyte form কৰিছিল কি gametophyte to ক'ত form হৈছে either it's a male gametophyte or a female gametophyte ক'ত form হৈছে in the ground or in the soil right so ultimately যদি এডাল প্ল্যান্টে seed form কৰিব লাগে, what is the most important requirement? The gametophyte should be retained on the plant body itself. It cannot get detached from the plant body. Another way to explain this is, for example, if you take the example of a mango tree, mango আমি seed দেখা পাও, seed to ক'ত form কৰে?
Plant body.
In the plant
Plant
body
body.
itself? In the plant body itself, right? Next question is, in case of angiosperms, which structure after fertilization forms seed?
Ovules.
Ovule, right? So ovule to আমি female gametophyte বুলি ক'ব পাৰো নে নোৱাৰো? কাৰণ ovule ভিতৰতেটো egg আছে,
Yes, ma'am.
right? So that ovule is present in which structure? Inside the ovary. Ovary to ক'ত আছে?
In the plant.
In that
In the
pistil. Let's start step by step, right? In the female reproductive structure, pistil বা carpel to ক'ত আছে? In the flower to ক'ত আছে? In the plant body. Here, so ultimately, the point that you have to remember is, in order, if you want to say that a plant is developing a seed, what is the most important characteristic? Where the female gametophyte should be retained on the plant body. Clear, no?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. In case of pteridophytes, especially in case of Selaginella and Silvinia, what the scientists have seen, they have seen that in these two pteridophytes, the female gametophyte remains retained in the plant body for a comparatively longer duration. I did not say the female gametophyte is completely retained in the plant body. I said the female gametophyte remains attached in the plant body for a longer duration as compared to the other pteridophytes. Are the two statements clear?
Yes, ma'am.
So, বুজি পাইছানে?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Right? Okay. So, since this female gametophyte gets retained in Selaginella and Silvinia for a longer duration, যিমান সোনকালে মাটিত পৰি পেলাই gametophyte form কৰিব লাগিছিল, ইমান সোনকালে কৰা নাই। gametophyte টো ক'ত form কৰিছে? In the plant body. পিছতহে detached হৈছে, বহুত দেৰিকে detached হৈছে। So, এই যে longer duration time period টো তাহাঁতে ল'লে, so this event, according to the scientists, is the precursor for seed habit. Now, what is precursor? The raw material. Precursor মানে raw material. Right? So, raw material হিচাপে কি কৈছে? যে male gametophyte টো parent body বা mother plant ত retain হৈ থাকিব লাগিব। আৰু Selaginella কি হৈছে? Retain হৈ আছে নে অকমান সময়ৰ কাৰণে retain আছে? অকমান সময়ৰ কাৰণে retain হয়। যদি throughout retain হ'লহেঁতেন, তেতিয়াহ'লে Selaginella seed দেখা পালোহেঁতেন। কিন্তু we know we do not see seeds in Selaginella. The reason behind that is, after a period of time, it gets detached. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So point number 14 is very important. তারপর বহুত questions আহে the seed habits starting দেখা পাও in case of pteridophytes, specifically question আহিব পাৰে Selaginella। তাৰ তলতে এটা line লিখাছোন in that note itself, when we are talking about seed habit, no, just add one more point. তাতে লিখিবা হা সাইডতে, or else you will forget. বোৰ্ডখন অকণ লেতেৰা হৈছে। Is it visible?
Yes, ma'am.
What? Okay. Nika, Selaginella rupestris. RUPESTRIS. Right? Selaginella বুলি ক'লে, Selaginella is a genus, right? তাৰ বহুত বেলেগ বেলেগ species আছে। Specifically, কোনটো species of Selaginella seed habit to deখায়, it is Selaginella rupestris. Is this the statement here? মানে দেখা পাইছা অকমান dirty হৈ গৈছে। So seed habit code দেখা পাইছো the just starting point of seed habit code দেখা পাইছো pteridophytes আৰু যদি precisely খুদে it is in Selaginella আৰু যদি precisely খুদে in which species of Selaginella it is Selaginella rupestris
Ma'am, tamane baki bilak species of Selaginella show nokore niki ma'am Selaginella.
নাই specifically the point of study was this one.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. So that was point number 3. I think it's clear now. Next is point number 4. Point number 4 we have already discussed, right? Selaginella ki thake a specific type of a leaf, and that leaf is called as a ligulate leaf. Why it is called as a ligulate leaf? Because it has a ligule. What is the function of a ligule? It is a secretory structure that secretes water. Clear? A young
Yes,
leaves
ma'am.
are sporangia will have moist structure. Next, coming to point number 5. In some pteridophytes, the sporangia are not formed on the lower surface of the leaves. আমি already যেতিয়া ferns discuss কৰি আছিলো আমি কি কৈছিলো যে ferns যোনবিলাক leaves আছে সেই leaves বিলাকৰ lower side of sporangia develop কৰে, right? So maximum ferns কি হয় lower side of the leaf spores develop করে, কিন্তু there are certain exceptions, and these are the examples of the exceptions. Sporangia are formed at the axil of a leaf. What is axil? উপৰ diagram এটা দিয়াই আছে. If this is a stem, this is the leaf, এই জেগাখিনিক আমি কি বুলি কম? Axil. The point, I mean the space between the stem and the leaf. Leaf to তোমাৰ leaf stalk থাকিব পাৰে, leaf stalk দি পেলাই লিখাব পাৰা. If this is a leaf, right? এই পইণ্টটোক আমি কি বুলি কম? Axil. So কিছুমান pteridophytes বা কিছুমান ferns কি হয় যে এইখিনি জেগাতহে sporangia form কৰে. So sporangia formed at the axil of a leaf. Where can you see? In case of Selaginella. So again coming back to Selaginella, if suppose this is the leaf, no? Same হয় ইয়াতে leaf হয়. Leafত ইয়াতে কি থাকিব? Ligulate. So এডাল যদি stem হয়, এখানে যদি leaf হয়, sporocarp ক'ত form কৰিব? এইখিনি জেগাত axil, stem আৰু leafৰ corner টোত. Sporangia are formed at the axil of a leaf, that is Selaginella. Sporangia formed in spike, that is Ophioglossum. এতিয়া what is the spike? the morphology class অকমান problem হ'ব, কাৰণ spike is nothing but an inflorescence. Have you heard the word called as inflorescence?
No, ma'am.
Okay, আমি morphology কৰিম. Spike কি হয় এটা inflorescence. Inflorescence মানে কি? So we have two terms. One is a flower and the other is inflorescence. এটা diagram চোৱাচোন. এইটো এটা stalk আৰু এইটো এটা flower. এইটো হ'ল flower আৰু এইটো হ'ল stalk. আৰু এই stalk of a flower ক আমি কি বুলি কওঁ? পঢ়িম আমি পিছত. Pedicel. So অকল এডাল stalkত যদি এটা flower থাকে individual, তাক আমি কি বুলি কওঁ? Flower or terminal flower. কেতিয়াবা আমি কি দেখা পাওঁ? এনেকুৱা এটা stalk থাকিব য'ত নেকি ইয়াতো flower থাকিব, ইয়াতো flower থাকিব, ইয়াতো flower থাকিব, ইয়াতো flower. In such a structure, এই individual বিলাকক আমি flower বুলি কওঁ, কিন্তু গোটেই structureটোক আমি কি বুলি কওঁ? Inflorescence. Is the point clear? একদম simple meaning. পিছত details আমি বুজাম. এডাল stalkত যদি অকল এটাই flower আছে, that is called as, or that is considered as a flower. কিন্তু তাৰমানে এডাল plant আছে, plantত ইয়াতে এডাল flower হৈছে মাত্ৰ, আকৌ ইয়াতে এটা flower হৈছে, এইটো individual flower. কিন্তু এডাল plant আছে য'ত নেকি এনেকুৱা এটা stalk আছে, ইয়াতো flower হৈছে, ইয়াতো flower হৈছে, ইয়াতো হৈছে, ইয়াতো হৈছে, right? So a good collection of flowers on the same stalk, is called as inflorescence. আৰু spike is an example of inflorescence. আমি পিছত পঢ়িম. Spike বুলি ক'লে কচু দেখিছা, কচুৰ ফুলটো কেতিয়াবা দেখিছা নেকি? ৰাস্তাৰ ওচৰত যে হয় কচু বিলাক বা আমি খাবলৈ যে আনো কচুৰ ফুল দেখিছা কেতিয়াবা?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
That
ma'am.
white color no, white color অকমান white color হয় আৰু মাজত কেনেকুৱা হয় যে এডাল এনেকুৱা অকমান something like this no, dotted. So এই বস্তুটোক আমি কি বুলি কওঁ? Spike inflorescence বুলি কওঁ. আমি morphology classত with diagram will be discussing about spike, right? It is spike topic you don't have to learn in details. As of now, these three examples tells us যে প্ৰত্যেকটো pteridophyte sporangia at the back of the leafage develop কৰিব, not necessary. There are certain examples where the sporangia develop at the axil of a leaf. Example Selagirilla. Certain examples where it develops in a spike. Example Ophioglossum. Ophioglossum is also an example of a pteridophyte fern that is also called as Adler's tongue. অলপ আগতে যে কেইটামান examples of pteridophytes আছিলে তাত এটা Ophioglossum example আছিলে. The third point is sporangia are found in sporocarp, that is Marsalia, Azolla, Salvinia. মানে spores ক'ত থাকে? Sporangiaটোৰ ভিতৰত. সেই sporangiaটো যদি আকৌ এটা special structureৰ ভিতৰত থাকে, that structure is called as a sporocarp. So sporocarp থাকিব, sporocarpৰ ভিতৰত sporangia থাকিব, sporangiaৰ ভিতৰত কি থাকিব? Spores থাকিব. So sporocarp formation আমি ক'ত দেখা পাওঁ? In examples like Marsalia, Azolla, Sylvania, etc. Is the point clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Out of these three, question has maximum been asked about the third point, right? So question ahe, in pteridophyte, sporocarp formation is seen in. And normally sporocarp formation আমি কোথায় দেখা নাই? সবতে তো sporangia আসলে sporocarp তো দেখা নাই. So sporocarp formation is seen in. Sporocarp formation is seen in Marsalia, Azolla, Sylvania, etc. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
I think this is the content that you got for your PDF. This was the last page. ইয়াৰ পিছতো কিবা পাইছা?
মেম ষ্টেলিটো আছিলে।
Stili আছে ন? I know stili দুটা point লিখা আছে মাত্ৰ, right? But stili is something that we are going to discuss it in the next class, right? So stili portion too, it's not only just this two.
मैम अपनी म्यूट हो গৈছে।
Ma'am, apuni mute.
Ma'am, अपना
Protostili, Cypronostili আমি last classত কি কৈছিলো যে stellar development টো আমি pteridophytes কৰিব লাগিব কাৰণ সব develop কৰিছে pteridophytes কেনেকে develop কৰিছে ক'ৰ পৰা develop কৰিছে position কোনটো everything is included in the stili. So this is something that we are going to discuss it in the next class, right? Up till here কিবা doubts আছে নেকি?
Ma'am,
হা
ma'am, rhizoids আমি মাটিৰ তলত দেখা পাম নেকি?
কোনটো?
Rhizoids.
Yeah, root-like structure are called as rhizoids. Normally,
Ma'am, আপুনি
and in lower plants we have rhizoids. Right? Rootor নিচিনা এটা structure থাকিব লাগিব, that is called as rhizoid. আমি ক'ত দেখা পাম? মাটিৰ তলত দেখা পাম.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Any more questions? If there are no more questions, I think we can wind up the class today.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you so much. We'll meet on the next class and the next topic would be stili. Thank you.
thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Welcome.